We are so glad you could join us today as you hop throughout the 5 days of festivities with more exciting performances to follow during this 27th year of Wawa Welcome America. So let's get this started.
Good morning. On behalf of all of the men and women of the National Park Service, it's my honor to welcome you here. And thank you, Sheila, for that wonderful reminder of other important events. But I have to say, there is no better place on the 4th of July to be than here in front of Independence Hall. Amid all the opening wonderful events, just now you heard the ringing of the Centennial Bell. You heard it ring 13 times for the original 13 colonies that together declared themselves to be these United States. The birth of our nation is a story of ordinary people who did extraordinary things. As it was back then and as it is today, it is all about the people. The National Park Service tells stories about individuals and events of our nation at authentic places of our history. Places like here throughout Independence National Historical Park. Today, July 4th, as we celebrate our freedom and our nation, it's also an opportunity to learn from our history. As we reflect on the day our country was born, we remember the sacrifices that were made in pursuit of freedom and honor. We remember that July 4th was a very good beginning and that we have continued to build a more perfect union through the centuries. We remember the spirit of our early leaders who held divergently different beliefs and succeeded in overcoming their differences, that they united to declare independence. It's a testament to their strength, wisdom, determination, and resiliency. It was here, right here at Independence Hall, that a brave group of men from those 13 colonies gathered to debate a lot, and ultimately vote. They put their lives and their families' lives on the line for a revolutionary document that expressed their ideals and our ideals today. That these united colonies are, and of right, ought to be free and independent states. After many fiery sessions, on a hot July day, probably a lot like this, they were finally ready to vote. You know their names: Ben Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and John Hancock, among others. Can you imagine what went through their minds after the vote? Did they go out for drink and dinner afterwards? What did they tell their wives? When did they leave Philadelphia to make that long journey home? Humanizing that story is powerful for our understanding. Think about it. They must have known things would never be the same. They made a commitment to be in charge of their destiny and ours. They changed forever the future of the citizens of the colonies. It was only the beginning, but they laid the foundation for the pillars of liberty and freedom that we enjoy today. Independence Hall has stood solidly here since the 1730s. It's a global symbol, a symbol of individual freedoms and a symbol of human rights as reflected in our Constitution. Its enduring meaning was why it was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site 40 years ago, among the first places worldwide to be recognized with such an honor. Thousands of people visit Independence Hall every day. They come from truly around the world to see this place where our nation was founded, where our conflicts were brought to the foreground and in some cases laid to rest. Those of us who work here daily are reminded every day of the great symbolism of this building, and we're moved by it every day, I have to say. We have seen visitors standing in awe of the history, some reacting with tears of emotion, others with simple applause, and everybody with a cell phone picture. We preserve this site on behalf of all of you because this place reminds us of who we are as Americans and all that our history can teach us. As I close, please reflect with me for a moment on that day, July 4th, 1776. what our nation was then and what our nation stands for today. Think with me also about the possibilities for the future and what we will become. On the 4th of July, we celebrate what it means to be an American and what it means to be a citizen of this nation. It's humbling to consider how we, and all of us in some way, reflect the hopes, dreams, resiliency, and determination that our founders had on July 4th, 1776. So today we celebrate hip hip huzzah to the United States of America. Thank you.
The Latin word magis translates into the greater universal good and refers to the philosophy of doing more for Christ and therefore doing more for others. This is a concept near and dear to the heart of the mayor of the city of Philadelphia. It is our great honor to introduce Mayor Jim Kenney.
Thank you very much, and happy 4th of July. As the descendant of Irish immigrant refugees, I'm honored to be here today to present to you this wonderful award. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be here today. And a special thanks to Wawa, Welcome America, and the Office of the City Representative for making all of this possible. Thank you to NBC 10 and Telemundo 62 for being here this morning. For 4 years now, we have presented the Magis Award to those who best exemplify what we value as a community, a city, and a nation. In 2016 and 2017, we recognized the 64 students of Edison High School who lost more classmates in the Vietnam War than any other school in our country, and Ralph Galati, a Vietnam War veteran and former prisoner of war with John McCain. And last year, we honored a young transgender woman of color, Gianna Graves, who advocates for those so often forgotten. This year, we are honoring another young individual who is fighting hard for our parks, our playgrounds, and our communities. While he may not be from Philadelphia, he spent 4 years as a Philadelphia Eagle and continues to represent our city with passion and care. His foundation, Make the World Better, connects neighborhoods and strengthens communities by building and revitalizing parks and playgrounds in the areas that are in the most need. His work aligns perfectly with what the city is doing through our Rebuild initiative, which is investing hundreds of millions of dollars in our city's parks, recreation centers, and libraries, and in turn investing in the growth and development of our neighborhoods and of our children. I am pleased that on July 4th, our nation's birthday, we are honoring Connor Barwin for his inspiring work to make Philadelphia a better place for everyone. Please take a look at this video to see just how impactful Connor's work has been on our city.
The ultimate goal of Make the World Better is where people of all ages feel empowered to make a difference in their communities. We try to connect with the neighborhood during the building process and the planning process. At our first playground, Ralph Brooks Park in Philadelphia, you've really seen the results of that. There's a community garden there that we helped put together early on, and now there's a new basketball court at Ralph Brooks. During the week, it's kind of this community hub where obviously there's a certain number of kids or adults playing basketball, but there's all these people around coming to watch and talk and connect. You see that really make a difference for that neighborhood, that playground, and that's the kind of impact that we want to have at Make the World Better. If you want to help or get involved or donate to the Make the World Better Foundation, you can follow us on social media at MTWB Foundation, or you can visit our website at mtwb.org. Cheers.
Now, it is my honor to present the 4th Annual Magis Award to Connor Barwin, who is, of course, accompanied by Eagle Center Jason Kelsey and a member of the Make the World Better Foundation. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Kenney. Thank you all for being here. I humbly accept this award on behalf of all of our staff at MTWB and, most importantly, all the great people that we've got to know and work with in every neighborhood that we've had a project. So again, thank you all. Happy 4th. And give it up for Jason Kelsey, our most valuable board member. Thank you.
Once an Eagle, always an Eagle.
Well, the world-renowned Philly Pops are a big part of our July 4th celebrations here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, taking the stage right now, guest vocalist Tiffany Jones, accompanied by members of the Franklin Learning Center Choir. Give it up.
is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Oh, I say this land was made for you and me. As I went rolling down that ribbon of a highway, I saw above me, oh, that endless skyway. I saw below me, oh, that golden valley. And you know what I said? I said this land was made for you and me. This land is your land. Oh, this land is my land. From California onto the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Oh, I said this land was made for you and me. My country, 'tis of the sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside let freedom ring. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside let freedom
How about it? Thank you very much, Tiffany Jones, the Philly Pops, and the Franklin Learning Center Choir for that fabulous number.
Thank you very much. Let's give another round of applause to the Philly Pops. And speaking of talented musicians, we have also honored our hometown music legends such as Gamble and Huff and Boyz II Men in past years. This year we are recognizing a Philadelphia trailblazer who inspires us all, the fabulous living legend, Patti LaBelle. And as you know, on Tuesday we honored her with the renaming of Patti LaBelle Way, and I am so happy to say that Philadelphia is now forever part of her legacy. This city has always been home to leaders and innovators, and Patti LaBelle is no exception. So it is my sincerest pleasure to present her with this Liberty Bell to ensure that Philadelphia will always be a part of her, just as she is part of the fabric of our city forever. Patti LaBelle.
Hello. Good afternoon. Happy 4th. Woo! And I thank you very much. Am I to do my part now? Somebody tell me something. Hold up, 4th of July. Do I read my... Okay, I've been misled, but I'm here to accept my Liberty Bell Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Patty. We'll hear from Miss Patty a little bit later. Doesn't she look wonderful? We are so proud of Patty LaBelle. Thank you to Mayor Kenny.
And in honor of Patty's award, the Philly Pops will perform a musical tribute to our Philadelphia legend.
Good morning. Can we give it up again for the Philly Pops? I'm Deanna Williams from Radio 1 Philadelphia, from Classics 107.9 and WRNB. As a proud member of our Philly community, the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, it is my distinct honor to join you today as we witness our reigning royalty, our native daughter, who has never abandoned her hometown, our international megastar ambassador of goodwill, one of the most significant voices of all of humankind, who has elevated our spirits through her memorable music, her ongoing philanthropic give back. Patti LaBelle has given us tremendous pride to see her achieve success with her dynamic entrepreneurial enterprises. She is a devoted mother, a grandmother, a family member, a community leader, and my very dear friend. Today, she received worthy recognition from our mayor, Jim Kenney, and it is befitting her many accomplishments. Please join me in welcoming back to the stage to read an excerpt of the Declaration of Independence, our own reigning queen, Patti LaBelle.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. To secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute new government. We therefore, the representatives of the United States of America and General Congress, assemble appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states. Woo! Yes! Thank you, Philly Pops.
Well, Comcast NBC Universal, ladies and gentlemen, is committed to supporting veterans through so many opportunities.
And at this time, we're thrilled to introduce you to U.S. Army retired Brigadier General Carol Eckert, who is the Senior Vice President of Military and Veterans Affairs for Comcast NBC Universal.
Thank you so much, Vi and Tracy. I am honored to stand here today to recognize our veterans and to participate in the swearing-in ceremony of America's newest Army recruits. As a veteran myself, who joined at the age of 17, I know these fine young men and women will treasure this day forever. I also know the importance of having a strong and vibrant military that serves with distinction. My career path has taken me around the globe. I have seen conflict. And in those combat zones, there is no parks. Families cannot gather. There is no wonderful events like we're having here today with Wawa Welcome America in the city. So I treasure what I have come to know as the right to leisure and those who protect that right and stand at the ready. It is now my privilege to introduce Carlo Aragoncillo, the Director of Veterans Affairs for the City of Philadelphia, to start off our military tribute.
Thank you, Brigadier General Carol Eckert and the Comcast team. Good morning, Philadelphia.
Good morning.
My name is Carlo Aragoncillo, Iraq veteran and Director of Veterans Affairs for City of Philadelphia. The City of Philadelphia plays such an integral role in America's history, not only as the birthplace of our nation, but also the birthplace to the United States Army, Navy, and Marine Corps. I'm honored to be here today to recognize the veterans we have here in the audience. Among these brave men and women who served our country, we have World War II veteran, Master Sergeant Matthew Reluga, a Silver Star recipient He was awarded the Silver Star for actions on April 18th, 1945, as his unit was the first to cross Germany to reach Czechoslovakia and also subsequently liberating Flossenburg concentration camp. Mr. Beluga turns 100 years old this August. We also have World War II veteran Matthew Edelman, awarded 3 Purple Hearts. Vietnam veteran Sergeant First Class Jeffrey Knapp, who was awarded the Bronze Star. And United States Marine Corps Master Gunnery Sergeant Tom Jankowicz, who was shot down twice as a door gunner in Vietnam and was involved in rescue and recovery operations at Ground Zero as a steel worker. There are so many more stories to honor, and on behalf of the City of Philadelphia, I would like to thank you all for your service and welcome you home. We would not be where we are today if it weren't for the sacrifices you and your families made. So to all veterans in Philadelphia, thank you for leading the way. We salute you. It is now my honor and pleasure to introduce Brigadier General Gavin Lawrence, the Defense Logistics Agency Troop Support Program Commander, who will administer the oath of enlistment for our future soldiers here today.
Carlo, thanks for that great introduction. Good morning, Philadelphia.
Good morning.
Happy 4th of July. I'm Brigadier General Gavin Lawrence, the commander of the Defense Logistics Agency Troop Support, located in Northeast Philadelphia. 3 weeks ago, we celebrated the 244th Army birthday, which was created at this very place to earn the freedom we celebrate today. Throughout the course of our nation's history, we've been called to defend freedom and the American way of life, and we do it today by fielding an all-volunteer force. The Army has 150 career choices. Among the future soldiers we're about to enlist include a signal intelligence analyst, culinary specialist, transportation management coordinator, motor transport operator, and of course, an infantryman. These future soldiers are taking the bold step in volunteering to protect our freedom. Be sure to congratulate them and their family members for their decision to serve our country and provide for our future and their own. Post the colors. Our future soldiers, please stand. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it a round of applause for the newest members of our United States Army. Retire the colors.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here today celebrating our nation's birthday in the birthplace of our independence. It is hard to believe that this is the last day of the 2019 Wawa Welcome America Festival. It has been an incredible week filled with many exciting and very patriotic events. To us, one of the most important parts of this week are the events and the recognition paid to the everyday heroes in our communities. And with that, we are thrilled to present the 4th annual Wawa Foundation Hero Award as part of Wawa Welcome America. This award celebrates some of today's everyday heroes, the nonprofit organizations whose sole purpose is to better their communities. They exemplify what it really means to be community heroes. Specifically, the Wawa Foundation Hero Award is given to a nonprofit organization serving the greater Philadelphia area that assists others and builds stronger communities through preserving our independence, protecting our safety, and educating and inspiring our youth. And this year, out of more than 150 submissions that we received, we are so proud to have 4 finalists with us here today. So now, let's turn to the monitors and learn a little bit more about each one of these very special finalists.
We're the Pennsylvania Center for Adapted Sports. Our mission is to improve the health and well-being of people with disabilities in this region. If you have a physical disability, is accessing any kind of athletic or fitness or wellness programs. The equipment is not cheap, but we feel that we need to be able to provide the best equipment available.
You know, I would have never been where I am now, competing nationally in tennis and in basketball, had it not been, for this program.
If we were to win, it could be a bit of a game changer for us.
Esperanza is Spanish for the word hope. We've been working in North Philadelphia for 33 years. We're one of Philly's secrets. We have an 8-acre campus. We have schools that are very successful. We're always living on the edge in terms of finances.
The goal of Esperanza is to provide opportunities for our community, for the Hispanic community here in Hunting Park.
Every day we want to transform lives. We do it with the schools, we do it with housing and economic development, we do it by helping small businesses, we do it by helping folks with immigration issues.
Help them find themselves, find their voice, self-esteem, self-confidence, and build discipline, resiliency.
It's been amazing. Esperanza's like a family.
ASAP After School Activities Partnerships. We're a very small organization and staff, but our impact is huge. Our mission is to create high-quality after-school programming that engages youth.
It's amazing. Just the whole concept of being able to do drama and Scrabble, and there's even a debate that I wanted to start because ASAP has a debate team.
We are in 200 plus sites. We're serving 1,500 youth plus, annually. We're really, really small and we move mountains every day.
It really lets me be me.
Big Brothers Big Sisters Independence. Our organization is managing approximately 3,500 kids.
I loved being a mentor and being a Big Brothers Big Sisters just gives so many of these deserving students really a chance at some one-on-one attention that they don't get in their big schools.
It's really about how do we build lifelong friendships. And once that friendship is established, many times those kids open up and start to talk about all sorts of things, and many things that they wouldn't even talk to their parents about. When I see bigs and littles coming together and the littles having a good time and the big is having a good time, it just warms my heart to understand that what I'm looking at is bigger than that moment. We have 1,200 kids on our waiting list. We need your help.
Joining me now is Jay Collada, the president of the Wawa Foundation, who will present the Hero Award plaque. But before I announce our top winner, please join me in congratulating each of our 4 finalists, each of whom will receive a grant of at least $10,000 from the Wawa Foundation. Let's hear it for these incredible and inspiring organizations and all the great work they do to support, inspire, and engage our communities throughout Philadelphia. Every day, they are all working and making our city a better and brighter place for all of us. And now, the moment that you've all been waiting for. The 2019 Wawa Hero Award gold medalist and recipient of a $50,000 grant from the Wawa Foundation. Please join me in congratulating the Pennsylvania Center for Adapted Sports. So thank you and congratulations to each of our Hero Award finalists. The work that each of you do to strengthen our communities continues to inspire all of us. Thank you, everyone, and happy 4th of July.
Right now we have a special musical treat for you. 3 families joined as one through the ministry of song.
Yeah, these ladies, they're sisters with a passion, and they've sung with the who's who list of recording artists. I'm talking about Miss Patti LaBelle, Anita Baker, Whitney Houston, all of them. They call themselves Sisterly Love, and here they are performing the song, Love Can Move Mountains. You better get up on your feet, folks, I'm telling you.
Come on, put your hands together. Anything that you wanna do, we can do now. There ain't nothing in our way, nothing our love can get us through. We can get through the night, we can get to the light. As long as we got our love to light the way. Whoa, 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 with a little faith, just a little trust in you, baby. Ocean deep and mountains high, they can't stop us. Because love is on our side. Reach the heavens and touch the sky. Just believe. Just believe in you and I. But if we've got a love that's strong enough, we can do anything. Yeah, we can do anything. Through it all, love will find a way.
Wow, Sisterly Love, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up. Woo!
Woo!
Go on, girls. Sweet selves.
Sweet selves. We have enjoyed an incredible experience so far. There is so much more to come. 4th of July fun is just getting started. We invite back Philadelphia City Representative Sheila Hess. Sheila?
So we're now at the end of our Celebration of Freedom program, but for everyone here and for our televised viewing audience, the 4th of July is just getting started. But none of this could happen, of course, without some incredible and generous partners, along with the City of Philadelphia. So I want to thank some really special people who made this happen. Of course, Wawa, Comcast, NBC Universal, and thank you to Rick Harris, President and GM, and the NBC 10 and Telemundo 62 team. And a special thank you to our amazing morning anchors, Tracy Davidson and Vi Sikahama. Also thanks to Independence Blue Cross, Chase Bank, Live Nation, Philadelphia International Airport, Visit Philadelphia, and many more. Happy birthday, America, and God bless America. Thank you so much.